The images are single photographs that I took in Greenland and in Antarctica. They're 17 feet tall. I've printed it on silk organza, and I chose silk for the specific reason that it's a natural fiber, and it's also endangered because of climate change. It was a long process. As an undergraduate, I was an art history major, and photography was required for art history majors. I learned a lot in that class, and the most important thing I learned was how personal photography is. I was actually stunned at how everybody could have the same assignment, and everybody's work looked so different and said so much about themselves. I did an MFA at the U of A, and my focus was photography and interdisciplinary sculpture. I was a reluctant traveler to go to the Antarctic because I get terribly seasick. But as my husband tells me, if I haven't been there, I'll go. And that's true. So off I went to the Antarctic, and I fell in love with it. It was like nothing I had ever seen before, and I found it so incredibly beautiful. At the time, I didn't have a project in mind, but I was taking lots of photographs. Spent a lot of time in a Zodiac, going around, being as close as I could to the glaciers and to the icebergs. It's so fearsome and so white and so fragile all at once. First, I started printing straight photographs in full color, showing the whole gamut of the stunning blues that you find there. And then while I was doing that, I printed them in black and white, which accentuated the quietness of them. Then I started thinking about their degradation. I rephotographed this with abused, expired 35mm film. This is the result of that experiment. You can see that the photograph is radically changed. Still thinking about their destruction and our loss, I sanded the photographs and began painting on them with particles of coal and carbon pigment as a way of showing the defacement that we're giving our environment. And I printed them on Japanese paper to explore the fragility of them. All this time I'm thinking about wanting to do an installation but not knowing how that would work or what I would do. This is silk, and it's prepared for digital printing. I began printing larger ones, and the way they layer and their translucence really worked well. I started with a performance where I dropped 3 of the panels. The performance is really a performance of mourning. I feel very emotional about it. I've been concerned about climate change and global warming since we first began talking about it. There is a keen sense of urgency. Things that we take for granted will no longer be there. Through my art is the best way that I personally can do it. I'm not a scientist, I can't make lectures, but I certainly can impart my love for the environment and my concern. Throughout the exhibition, I'll surreptitiously go into the museum and drop additional panels. They'll all be gone, and they'll just be this undulating silken icebergs on the ground.